who has raced here in many different divisions, in that number 76 for Mike Wells. Bucko Branham in the 20 as they race down to the green flag. Then it's Richie Turner in the 17, the 77 for Rick Frenier, and Dan Sullivan, his first time out, in the number 3. 3 wide down the backstretch. Fred LeGoy in the 76, Bucko Branham working in the middle. They're 3 wide for 4th as well, and here comes Branham through. Ben Huff out in front in the number 29. The GNS Express has the lead. Brian Chris going to second. Here comes Bucko Branham moving up on the inside, looking to grab third. Mike Shagnan's on the outside, drifting high into turn number 4. Skip Liberty looking to get that car down the inside, take 4th. Ben Huff's the leader. Brian Chris going with him. He's in second. Bucko Branham third, 2 car lengths behind Chris. Then it's Skip Liberty running in that 4th spot. Howard Stoner in the 57's running 5th. Richie Turner is 6th. Stoner is sideways off 4th. Richie Turner taking to the outside. Brian Chris moving to the outside. May lose the spot. Here comes Bucko Branham in the 20. Branham in the Northern Sanitation number 20 trying to take second away. Brian Chris coming back on the outside trying to get to the front spot. Side by side for second. Brian Chris, the Labatt Blue 98, drifts up the track off 2. That's going to cost them second and maybe third. Here comes Skip Liberty coming in. Still fighting on the outside though is Chris. He's lost second. He's trying to hang on to third. Halfway for Ben Huff. Branham in the number 20. Looking high down the backstretch. Huff leads by a car length. Brian Chris still working on the outside. Had third into turn number 4, but he's loose into turn 4. Here comes Skip Liberty. Give third to Liberty. Side by side now for the lead. Ben Huff, we got a spinner over in turn 1. Rick Frenier, Richie Turner, it's going to bring out a yellow flag. First yellow flag of the Sweeney's and Banker's Orchards at the back of the pack. All right, ready for a restart. Branham working on the outside, Ben Huff down on the inside. Green flag. Ben Huff in the 29, Bucko Branham in the 20. Branham has the nose in front off turn number 2. Drag race down the backstretch. They're even into 3. Branham surges into lead, into turn number 4. Huff trying to come back, making it stick down on the inside. They're even off 4. At the stripe, Ben Huff has the lead by about 3 feet. Ben Huff has the nose back out in front, down the backstretch. He has the lead on the inside into 3. Branham drives it hard into 3, pulls back even into turn number 4. Running wheel to wheel off the 4th turn, 2 laps to go. Throw a blanket on the top 3 cars. Huff, Branham, Chris. Here comes Brian Chris on the inside, trying to take second away from Bucko Branham. They'll duke it out now for the 2nd spot. Just what Ben Huff wants to see, a battle for second in the rearview mirror, white flag. Ben Huff off turn number 2, leading the freight train down the backstretch. Bucko Branham goes back to the outside. Checkered flag is in the air. Here they come off turn number 4. Down to the stripe, it's going to be Ben Huff. Second to Brian Chris. Bucko Branham third. Fred LeGoy 4th. 5th to Skip Liberty. 6th to Larry Underwood. 7th to Richie Turner. 8th Mike Shagnon. Howard Stoner 9th. And then Dan Sullivan will end up 10th in the 61 on the outside of row 3. Sean Duquette starts 7th in number 18. Outside, Tyler Terry in the 44. 9th on the grid is Chris Reeves in the 00. Here comes the field off 4, green flag. Then it's Rich Watson in the 09 and Rico Hernandez in the number 4. They play bumper tag, 3 wide off turn number 2. Here comes Toby Ebersol gunning for the lead down the backstretch. Sean Duquette way down on the inside as well. Still 3 wide into 3. Making it work on the inside. Here comes Toby Ebersol for the lead. He's got it. That outside lane really backed up on the start. Here's Sean Duquette making a move for second. Duquette in the number 18 to the inside of Sherry Minier. Sean Duquette to the 2nd spot on the inside. Give it to him. Minier back to 3rd. Toby Ebersol is the leader. Second is Sean Duquette. Brian McGinley coming for third in the 35. Sherry Minier sticking with him on the outside in the number 3. McGinley the 35. Minier the number 3. McGinley on the inside has the advantage off to turn 4. Chris Reeves in the double O, taking fourth away from Minier. And it's a car link back to Jimmy Bushy. Minier might be able to get the car down to the inside. No, Bushy fills that hole into turn number 4, and he's going to go take 5th. Jamie Begor moves through in the 19. He's up to 6th. Brian McGinley drifts up the track, opening up the 3rd spot for Chris Reeves. Reeves in a 00 to 3rd. McGinley back to 4th. 5th is Jim Bushy. Halfway in qualifier number 2. Toby Ebersol and Sean Duquette running away from the rest of the pack. Now it's Jamie Begor looking to the inside of Jim Bushy. Begor taking the 5th spot away from Bushy into turn number 4. He has it in the 19. Now Robin Wood, he'll move through as well down on the inside. Robin Wood is up to 6th in the Rent-A-Wreck number 61. Still out front, Ebersol and Duquette. Ebersol's got a 3 car length advantage over Sean Duquette. Chris Reeves sitting in the 3rd spot with a 00. Brian McGinley is 4th in the number 35. Then Begor in the 19, Robin Wood in the 61. Several car lengths back to Jim Bushy in the 11. 2 laps to go for Toby Ebersol. Toby Ebersol driving smooth around the half mile. He's maintained about a 3 car length advantage over Sean Duquette since early in the qualifier. Now the white flag is out. 1 to go for Toby Ebersol. Final time around for the sportsman in this second qualifier. And Toby Ebersol is going to win it. Here he comes off the 4th turn. Checkered flag. Toby Ebersol wins. John Duquette 2nd. 3rd to Chris Reeves. 4th Brian McGinley. Jamie Begor 5th. Robin Wood 6th. Jim Bushy 7th. Rich Watson 8th. 9th to Tyler Terry. 10th to Sherry Minier in the 02. George Foley in the 34. Aaron Bartamy in the B3. Greg Atkins in the 1. And the 24L is Mark Lamberton. Green flag. Chris K.A. from the outside of row 1 takes the lead. George Foley also moving from the outside to 2nd. Ryan McClellan back to 4th. As here comes Mike Riel in the 02. Coming to the 3rd spot, Mark Lamberton moving up as well. Lamberton in the 24L. You will see 2 nearly identical Outback Steakhouse modifieds. Patrick Dupree in the regular 24, Lamberton in the 24L. Chris K.A. is the leader in the 18. Defending track champion George Foley running 2nd in the 34. Mike Riel in the 02, Mark Lamberton in the 24L looking to get a spot. Aaron Bartamy runs in the 5th spot. Greg Atkins in the number 1 running 6th. 7th Ryan McClellan. Out front Chris K.A. George Foley. Mark Lamberton moving through. In the Outback 24L. Lamberton to 3rd. Here comes Aaron Bartamy. Riel drifted up the track off turn number 2. Open the door for Bartamy. He's up to 4th. Riel back to 5th. Halfway for Chris K.A. K.A. in the Fastenal Industries 18 modified. Leading the dirt car modifieds in this first qualifier. George Foley, the Shamrock Bar and Grill 34, running in that 2nd position. K.A., Foley, Lamberton, Bartamy, Riel running in the top 5. Atkins is 6th. 7th is Ryan McClellan in the number 14. K.A. still leading. Drifted up off 2. Open the door for Foley. Here comes George Foley, powering into the inside. Foley off turn number 4. Down the front stretch. 2 to go. George Foley had the lead at the stripe. The open wheel modifieds touched into turn number 2. Now Foley drives away down the backstretch to 3. Foley's got the lead in the 34 as he races down to the white flag. Chris K.A. in the number 18 running second. A little bit loose off 2. Mark Lamberton couldn't find a way around though. K.A. still hanging on to that second spot. Here comes Foley down the stripe. He wins it. Second, Chris K.A. Third to Mark Lamberton. Fourth to Aaron Barnaby. Fifth, Mike Riel. Sixth to Greg Atkins. Seventh, it's going to be Ryan McClellan in the number 14. Sixth to the grid on the outside, the Outback Steakhouse 24 for the pistol, Patrick Dupree. And shotgun on the field in the 29D, it's Bill Donor. Bill Donor is driving the 29D modified at the rear of the field. Green flag is out. Matt Woodruff has the lead in the double nickel. Jason Durgan running second. Here comes the pistol. Patrick Dupree working the rim on the outside to third. Woodruff is the leader. Durgan running second. Dupree third. Little loose that time off 2. Good fight for spots 4, 5, and 6. Actually, we may have a pass for the lead. Durgan to the inside. Matt Woodruff jumped up the track off turn number 4. Jason Durgan is able to take advantage of that. Finally down the backstretch into 3. Jason Durgan takes the lead. Here comes the pistol, Patrick Dupree coming after him. Patrick Dupree takes second away from the double nickel, Matt Woodruff, who's now third. Francis McNeil is fourth. Fifth is Craig Riel. Spencer Rushlaw is sixth. Durgan, Dupree, and Woodruff. Top 3 modifieds. Dupree, a car length behind Durgan in the number 17. The leader is halfway. Halfway in qualifier number 2. Dupree again closes up down the backstretch, but right now seems to be content to run in that second position. Now Durgan drifts up the track, opening for the pistol. Patrick Dupree going after it. Dupree is down on the inside. A slower modified is in front. Not sure that will factor or not. Black flag out for the Donor 29D. He'll head to the pits, and as he slowed down, Durgan had to dive down to the inside and get on the binders. And Dupree, who was on the inside, was able to race right on past. 2 laps to go. Patrick Dupree, the points leader, out in front. He has 1 win in 2008. He's got a 4-point lead in the standings coming into tonight. White flag out for the pistol, Patrick Dupree. Jason Durgan still in that second spot. Matt Woodruff, half a backstretch behind Durgan. Checkered flag is out. Patrick Dupree with an easy win. Jason Durgan second. Third to Matt Woodruff. Fourth, Francis McNeil. Fifth to Craig Riel in the CO2. And in the 6th spot, it's going to be Spencer Rushwell. Cricket's 22 for Mike Bruno. Starts on the inside of row 3. He'll start 5th. Final spot, Martin Roy in the number 90. Green flag. Jim Introne leading into turn number 2. Leading him off down the backstretch. Here comes Bruno. Bruno shot out of a cannon down the backstretch into turn number 3. Goes from 5th to 2nd in the backstretch. Some kind of move put on right there by Mike Bruno. A demonstration of the power in that Cricket's 22. And now he will move through on the inside. Andy Haywood looking to go with him on the inside. Look out, a little bumper tag. Leon Gagno is going to go around. And that's going to bring out. All right, there goes Andy Kane. Mike Bruno wants to know where he's going. Usually the point man will set the pace. Green flag. Now we'll bring out the yellow. So the yellow flag comes out. Hopefully everybody's going to recognize that, and we'll try again. And then Andy Kane just took off on the outside of row number 1 without the point man. We'll try again. Green flag. Mike Bruno off turn number 2. Bye-bye. Martinois on the outside, and the number 90 coming after Andy Kane for second. Was the number 2 point man working on the outside of Andy Kane down the backstretch. Here comes Leon Gagnon. That machine none the worse for wear. He's up to 4th in the 4. Martinois has 2nd. Look out! Contact off turn number 4. The wheel goes careening down the front stretch. That wheel came off the left rear of Leon Gagnon's modified. And he's leading this 3rd qualifier, which is back under green. Well, let's see if Martinois can hang with him. I'd say he's trying to go after him on the outside. Bruno in the 22, Martinois in the 90. Bruno's going for it on the outside. Let's see if the Napierville, Quebec driver can go for that lead. Bruno on the inside, Roy on the outside. Martinois, the Gamache modified, number 90, working on the outside of Mike Bruno. Bruno playing a little possum here. I don't know, down on the inside. Now Roy's going to follow him for a little bit. It looks we're halfway. Now Mike Bruno starts to pull away down the backstretch, opening things up on Martinois. Andy Kane well back in 3rd. Then it's quite a ways back to Jim Introne, who's running 4th. Now Mike Bruno maintaining a 4-length advantage over Martinois in that number 90. Two laps to go this time by for Mike Bruno. Martinois closing the gap again into turn number 4 with only 2 to go. Roy had closed to about 2 car lengths. Now closing it down to half a car length. Off turn number 4, here is the white flag. Again, Martinois getting closer to that back bumper. Bruno opens up to a car length. Roy driving it deeper into the turn. Bruno gets back on the hammer down the front stretch. He'll win. Martinois 2nd. 3rd will be Andy Kane. And 4th is going to be Jim Introne in the number 9. Qualifying for the Ernie's Discount Tools.
All right, here they come off turn 4. They'll pick it up, and we are under green. Quickly from his outside post, Matt Brusso grabs the lead, but he drifts high off turn 2, and here comes Chris back on the inside. Jason Chris right there on the inside. He goes side by side with Brusso into turn number 4. Chris will come off turn 4. He'll have the lead. Jimmy Collins has that number 02 now to the inside of Brusso. He takes 2nd. And Woodruff's on the move in the 07. He'll go to 3rd now, looking inside Collins to take that number 2 spot. Collins shuts the door, but Woodruff comes right back for more on the inside. Woodruff's going to go to 2nd as they come down the front stretch. Rick Donor on the move as well. He'll look inside Collins. And Rick Donor takes the 95 into the number 3 spot. Chico Martineau with a 3-wide move up the backstretch. He goes to 5th. 6th on the outside is Brusso. Santillo is 7th. They are halfway. Chris, Woodruff, Donor, top 3 cars. Then it's 4 lengths back to the 02 of Collins and the 49 of Martineau. Now Rick Donor looks outside the 07. 2 to go this time. Donor's got the inside. He's going to go to second as Chris drifts high. Donor's now got more room on the inside. He's going to take the lead. Rick Donor, the 95, gets a nose in front, but Woodruff comes right back in the 07. Drifts high off 4. That'll give the lead back to Donor to the white flag. Donor's got the lead, and he's opening up the battle for the number 2 spot. It's a 3-car battle. The 02 of Collins on the inside. Woodruff's 07. Then the 33 of Chris, the 49 of Martineau, closing in for that 2 spot. Checkered flag is out. Donor is in front and in winning it all. Woodruff gets second. Jimmy Collins third. Chico Martineau fourth. Jason Chris in this second and final qualifier for the Warriors this afternoon. Here they come off 4. McCormick's got the lead to the green flag. 61 of Bombard did not want to go when that green flag dropped, and he's losing spots. He swings a 61 to the far outside, and he'll drop to the back of the pack. Up front, the 12 now of Dustin Duval has moved through on the inside. He's got the lead. He's bringing C.J. LeVere right with him. LeVere's got that number 4 to the number 2 spot. Here comes Butch Lemire, the 57. He's going to look inside LeVere. And the 57 will take over second as LeVere is caught on the outside. Bobby LeVere now looks inside his brother, and they go side by side off turn 3. Duval leads the way in the 12, but here comes Lemire in the 57 taking a look at the outside. The LeVere boys battle side by side for that number 3 spot. They are halfway. Chris got hung out on the outside, and he's dropped back a couple of spots. Bobby LeVere third. And Justin Donor's got 4th as they're 3 wide up the backstretch. DeMore on the inside, McCormick in the middle, and now LeVere finally gets to the bottom of the racetrack. 2 to go. Duval in the 12, Lemire in the 57. Those are your top 2 cars. Lemire's got room on the inside. He's going for the lead as they come in at turn number 4. White flag is out. Lemire in the 57. Duval in the 12. Back to second. Bobby LeVere is third. Justin Donor fourth. Into turn 3, the final time. Butch Lemire's got 2 on Duval. They come off turn 4. The checkered flag will fall on Butch Lemire in the 57. Dustin Duval second. Bobby LeVere gets third. Fourth to Justin Donor. Dave DeMore rounds out the top 5.
Row number 4, Joe Daniels, 2 wins, the winner last week in the 46, and shotgun Bob Dragoon in the 36. Green flag. Brian Rogers in the Schwann sponsored, number 12 out front. Here comes the Blue Deuce for Rick Hart. Looking to move to second. Oh, 3 wide. Nick Haywood throwing it down to the inside. They're 3 wide into 3, almost 4 wide into turn number 3. There's a spin near the back. Josh Allen spinning. The H2O Robert Gordon spinning as well. That's going to bring out a yellow flag. Restart lineup is set. We're ready to go again with qualifier number 1 for the Renegades. Brian Rogers on point. Here they come. Green flag. Joe Daniels, a little contact going into turn number 1. Rick Hart was down on the inside. Daniels was a little quick in trying to get that car down to the inside. That's what led to the contact. His Hart was still there on the inside, but everybody was able to get a hold of their cars, and Daniels is on the move. He's running third. The deuce for Rick Hart, now working back of the pack. He's all the way back to the 7th spot. Brian Rogers leading by 4 car lengths. And Brian Rogers, who is the defending track champion of that number 12, has had all kinds of bad luck in 2008, and he's looking to change it tonight. Defending track champ is 17th in the Renegade point standings. And he could desperately use a good finish. Tonight's the night. Let's see. Brian Rogers leading Joe Daniels. Halfway. Rogers drifting up the track in 2. That might be a spot where Daniels, if he can stick down on the inside, could perhaps make a move. Nick Haywood third in the 29. Ed Donor in the number 1, stuck on the outside. Robert Gordon's coming after 4th, hard on the inside. Now Rogers drifted up off turn 4. We get a pass for the lead off turn number 2. Give the lead to Little Joe, the hottest driver right now in that Renegade division. Roger trying to come back after him down on the inside into 3 and 4, but Little Joe's running away in that 46. Joe Daniels leading by 3 car lengths over Brian Rogers. Then it's 6 car lengths back to Nick Haywood. 4th is Robert Gordon. 5th, Josh Allen. 6th is Ed Donor. And it's half a backstretch back to Rick Hart, who's driving the deuce. White flag is out for Little Joe Daniels. So Little Joe continues to roll along in the Renegade division. Started out in the back in this qualifier, and he's going to win it. Checkered flag for Joe Daniels. Brian Rogers 2nd, Nick Haywood 3rd, Robert Gordon 4th, Josh Allen 5th, Ed Donor 6th, 7th to Rick Hart, and 8th to the number 36 of Bob Dragoon. Starting 7th, the Plattsburgh Ford sponsored 58 for Don Brissett Jr. And shotgun on the field, Mark Karen from Peru in the number 5. That's the field. Here's the green. Even into turn number 2. Cody Kilburn on the outside, puts the nose out in front. Randy Ledoux thought about 3 wide, thought better of it. Now Keith Pelkey puts the nose in front, racing into turn 4. Cody Kilburn trying to fight back on the outside. Pelkey pulling away on the front stretch. Kilburn comes back after him on the outside. Now the 32 has the nose in front. Off 2, here comes Pelkey back. Gets a little push down the backstretch from Ledoux. Bump drafting at Airborne at its finest. Keith Pelkey in the 24. The 32 of Kilburn on the outside. Now Ledoux on the inside. 3 wide for the lead. Randy Ledoux in the 47 takes the lead on the inside. Keith Pelkey now hung out to dry on the outside. Lonnie Rivers coming up in at number 7. Lonnie Rivers goes to 2nd. Keith O'Neill in the 0 looking to follow through. O'Neill trying to grab the 3rd spot away in the number 0. He will. Keith Pelkey perhaps going back to 5th. He is back to that 5th spot. And by the time it's all said and done, he'll be 6th. As now Cody Kilburn in the 32 takes the 5th spot away. They went 3 wide, and Keith Pelkey really paid the price there all the way back to 6th, halfway. Racing Randy Ledoux in the number 47. Big lead out front. The number 7, Alani Rivers, is 2nd. Keith O'Neill running 3rd in the orange 0. And Lance Raptoy, the points leader, is running 4th. At number 0 for Keith O'Neill, looking for room down to the inside of Lonnie Rivers. But Rivers knows the short way around this racetrack, and that is down on the inside. He usually doesn't make a mistake. Doesn't give a lot of racing room down on the inside. Driving a very smooth line around. O'Neill again looking to the inside, but there's nothing there. Randy Ledoux running away out front. Here comes Ledoux off turn number 4, down to the white flag, 1 to go. Lonnie Rivers hang into that 2nd spot. Freight training around spots 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lance Raptoy drifting high off turn number 2. These 2 car lengths behind O'Neill in the 0. All right, Randy Ledoux is going to win this one going away. Checkered flag for Randy Ledoux. 2nd to Lonnie Rivers. 3rd, Keith O'Neill. Lance Raptoy 4th. Cody Kilburn 5th. Keith Pelkey 6th. Don Brissett Jr. is going to be 6th. Make that 7th. Bells in the number 66, the Taylor Auto Repair sponsored car. And shotgun is Travis Stokes in the number 63 from West Shazy. Green flag. The Tilt 13 for Joe Warren is out front. That car has been running as number 3. Joe hasn't been doing as well as he would have hoped, so he said it's got to be the number. Let's go back to the old 13, and that's what he's got. Kenny Davies in the number 9, moving up to the second spot, and now looking for the lead. Davies driving down the backstretch to the inside of Joe Warren. Little contact as they rub doors into turn number 3. Mike Terry moving up, running door to door off for the leader's Kenny Davies. Mike Terry coming through in the 65. He's up to second. Mike Chris in the 8. Trying to move up as well and get that third spot. Joe Warren hung out on the outside, and he's taking the A train the wrong way, and that's headed towards the back. Mike Chris third in the number 8. Dave Raptoy's going with him. Kenny Davies in the number 9, leading by a half car length. Mike Terry in the 65, peeking on the outside. Into turn number 3, now he'll get back in line. Into turn number 4, no mistake made by Davies, halfway. Terry dives it down on the inside into 1 and 2. Kenny Davies with a smooth line off the second turn. Here comes Dave Raptoy up to third in the 21. Mike Chris back to the 4th spot. Joe Warren still hanging in 5th. 6th is Chris Frenier in the number 93. Leader out front still Kenny Davies. Mike Terry working right off the back bumper. Lurking in the number 65. Kenny Davies still leading. Terry again right on the back bumper into turn number 3. All eyes on the leader as he's trying to hold off Mike Terry with 2 laps to go. Kenny Davies, Mike Terry, now Dave Raptoy pulling up to join the fight. Raptoy in the Island Excavating 21 running third, a car length behind Mike Terry. Terry running just off that back bumper, running a higher line into turn number 4. Raptoy trying to get there on the inside with 1 to go. Kenny Davies hanging on to that lead in the number 9. Here comes Mike Terry back in the 65, going to the outside down the backstretch. Mike Terry trying to pull even into turn number 3. Pulling up into turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race down for the win. Here they come down the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. Mike Terry wins on the outside. Mike Terry by about a foot at the start-finish line.
In this first qualifier for the Monster Energy Drink Bomber Division. Here come the Bombers off turn 4. Marine is out. 3, 4 wide into turn 1, and there goes the 75 up and over. Red flag is out as Cody Myers goes for a wild ride in turn number 1. The action here in this first qualifier for the Bomber Division. Back to green. Now Speedy on the outside in the 03 gets a good jump, as does Randy Martin. Randy's going to go kicking up the dirt up the backstretch, and he'll lose 3 or 4 spots. 3 wide into turn number 4. Caught on the far outside, that's that Ada Baker. While all that's happened in his rearview mirror, Speedy has checked out. Steve Miller in the 66 runs second. At 45 of Josh Laporte was third. Not for long. There goes Eli Bishaw by on the inside. Laporte tries to battle back on the outside. Meanwhile, Randy Martin's going to go through. Randy was one of our guests this week on the Motorsports Magazine show you'll see on the cable system in a couple of weeks. Randy's got that number 3 spot. Brock Begor in the 6 now takes 4th as they are halfway. Brissett, Bishaw, Martin, Bigor, Laporte, Miller, Hathaway, and Baker. We started with 10, we're down to 8, 2 to go. Sean Delcor brings his number 3 back from the garage area. Speedy gets the white flag. Eli Bishaw trying to run him down to that 93, but he is running out of time. Randy Martin comfortably in that number 3 spot. Brock Bigor holding down 4th. Checkered flag is out. Speedy Brissett's going to win it. 2nd to Eli Bishaw, 3rd to Randy Martin, Brock Bigor 4th, 5th to the 45 of Josh Laporte. Monster Bombers pick it up as they go into turn 3, come off turn 4. They'll look for the green from Weasel Bruno. We are under green. And inside line gets a good jump into turn 1. Terry grabs the lead. He'll bring Blondo wide rhythm and wheel into the number 3 spot. The 0-2 New York for Eric Riel moves up to 4th, now looks outside as he'll try to get by the 11 of Whalen. Josh Terry is your leader. Jason Blondo is 2nd. Mike Whalen 3rd. 4th to Riel, 5th to Seymour. As Chad Provost tries to go by the inside, contact, 3 cars involved in turn 4. The 06 of Provost, the 357 of Squine by. Terry on the inside, Blondo on the outside, and Riel in the 02. Whalen in the 11. Green is out. Jason Blondo's now got the lead up the backstretch into turn 3. Josh Terry back to 2nd. Eric Riel runs 3rd. They are halfway. Chad Collins is the 0-2 running in that 4th spot. Wade Whitney's 24, now 5th. As Whalen drops back to 6th. 7th is Kurt Seymour. Look out, he goes around in the 357. Josh Leclerc gets by in the 7. Seymour refires, will stay green. Black flag is out on the 7 of Leclerc. As they're taking it 3 wide to get around Terry. Terry sandwich in the middle. There's contact with Eric Riel. He goes around. Nice job by Riel to hold on to that car. Holy cow. That car was sideways and Riel with a nice job of gathering it back in. That jumbles the top 3. Blondo is still your leader in the 5. Collins now has gone to 2nd. Checkered flag is out. Your winner will be Champlain's Jason Blondo in the 5. Chad Collins 2nd. Wade Whitney 3rd. 4th, the 11 of Mike Whalen. And Eric Riel gets the 5th spot. 9 Bombers ready to go 6 laps in this final qualifier. Here they come off turn 4. Green flag is out. Good even start. Allen in the 19 and LaVarnway in the 34 as that inside line moves up. Timmy Gadway moving up quickly in that 63 car as well. He's now 5th. Richner trying to follow him through on the inside in the 21. LaVarnway will come off turn 4 and he'll lead lap number 1. Malcolm Woodward gets the 46 car into that number 2 spot as Tim Gadway continues on the move in the 63. Burt Drake runs 4th on the inside as that 19 of Allen drops back on the outside. Randy Guerin, 64, looks to the inside. Now he drifts high. He'll lose a spot. Josh Lavarnway is your leader. The battle is for that number 2 spot. Gadway in the 63 looks inside of Malcolm Woodward. And Timmy Gadway is going to go to that number 2 spot as they're halfway. Malcolm Woodward back to 3rd. 4th is the 05 of Burt Drake. Randy Guerin runs 5th. Here comes Grape Ape. He's going to take that 6th spot away from Brandon Allen, who drops back to 7th. 8th is the 08 of LaPlante. 2 to go. Gadway closing in on that 34 of Josh Lavarnway. He's got it down to a car length and a half as they come into turn 4. White flag will be out. Gadway now looks inside as Lavarnway had problems in turn 2. Gadway goes right on by. Lavarnway tries to come back. It's off turn 4 the final time. Timmy Gadway will win it. Josh Lavarnway finishes 2nd. Malcolm Woodward 3rd. 4th goes the 05 of Burt Drake. And Randy Guerin rounds out the top 5 in the 84.
And Lagoy in row number 5. Here they come. Off turn number 4. Green flag. Ben Huff from the outside of the front row trying to get it down. Look out, we got a spinner in the back of the pack. Jerry Minier in the number 3. Rico Hernandez in the 4. Everybody straightens it out and everybody's running. We stay green. Still on the outside, leading lap number 1, Ben Huff. Black flag for Howard Stoner. Problems on the right rear for Stoner. Black flag for the 4 of Hernandez and the 3 for Minier. Huff has the lead. Here comes the 19 of Jamie Begor. Begor moving through from the inside. Again, the black flag for Stoner in the 57 as he will acknowledge and head back to the garage. Out front, it's Huff. Running 2nd, Begor. 3rd on the outside right now is McGinley in the 35. Skip Liberty takes that spot away. Here comes Toby Ebersol down on the inside. Ebersol trying to get to the front. He's up to 4th. Robin Wood is hooked on his back bumper. He's trying to get the 5th spot away, which right now McGinley still is hanging on to, but he is hung out to dry outside. Ben Huff is the leader. Jamie Begor is running 2nd. Skip Liberty 3 car lengths behind, running 3rd. Begor going to the outside. Begor wants to go, and he wants to go now, but can't stick off turn 4. Now Begor brings it back down to the inside. Right on the back bumper. Down the backstretch. Looking down to the inside. Huff keeps the line. Skip Liberty looking outside of Begor. We got a spinner up in turn number 3. It's Larry Underwood. Brian McGinley, yellow flag. And we're ready to run. Here they come. Off turn number 4. Green flag. Skip Liberty in the 59, allowing a fun racing teammate Toby Ebersol to get down to the inside in front of him. Jamie Begor on the outside. He's got to go, and he's got to go now. Down to the stripe. Huff had the lead by a couple of feet. Begor trying to get grip off turn number 2. Look out. Dan Sullivan, heavy contact with the number 3. Yellow flag, back out. Reed, Duquette, and Lagoy in row 4. Turner, Branham, row 5. Those cars top 10. Here they come. Off turn number 4, green flag. Off turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Skip Liberty still stuck on the outside. Jamie Begor from the outside puts the nose in front. Here comes Ben Huff back off turn number 4. Drag race for the lead. At the line, Begor had the lead. Bigor had him at the stripe by about a foot, but he's loose off 2. Huff comes back on the inside. Bigor back to second. Bigor drives it hard into 3 and 4. Huff on the inside has a half car length lead. He's the leader. Jamie Bigor again coming back on the outside. Toby Ebersol running in that 3rd spot. Ben Huff pulls away. Bigor comes back. Ben Huff still down on the inside. Huff in the 29, pulling away now. Toby Ebersol the second. Huff was a little loose that time off 2. Ebersol had to check up. That allows Bigor to come back on the outside. 3-way battle for the lead. Bigor again losing at turn number 4. Toby Ebersol back to second. Jamie Bigor putting up a good fight, trying to hang on to the top 3. He's sitting 3rd right now. Seems to hook up better off 3 and 4 than off turn number 2. While they're running side by side for the second position, Ben Huff is opening it up. It's now 2 car lengths for Huff. Next time by is going to be a halfway sign from Chief Starter Weasel Bruno. Ben Huff is halfway to his first victory in 2008. Jamie Bigor is hanging on to that top 3. How much longer will those tires stick for Bigor in the 19? Ebersol in the 82 on the inside. Bigor had second at the stripe. Ben Huff in that 29, running a smooth line around the racetrack, keeping it down on the inside. Here comes Bigor back on the outside of Ebersol in the 82. Some fine side-by-side racing by 2 veterans. Huff the leader. Ebersol right now is second. Bigor in the 19 is running 3rd. Brian Chris in the 98 is 4th. Sean Duquette is 5th. Robin Wood is 6th. 10 laps to go for Ben Huff. Still even for that second spot. Jamie Bigor coming back on the outside, had second into 3. Ebersol fights back on the inside. Toby Ebersol in the 82 has the inside, has second. Jamie Bigor again. Here's where he runs well. They're right back to the bumper of Huff in the 29. Here comes Bigor on the outside. Great racing of the sportsman up front. Huff, a car length lead. Ebersol back on the inside. Bigor back after him on the outside. Brian Chris has a great view of the battle for second. He's running 4th. Three-car battle for the lead. Jamie Bigor pulled up to the door of Huff. Now down the backstretch into 3. Bigor is again at the door of Ben Huff on the outside, but Huff drives away off 4. Ben Huff, Jamie Bigor is second. Toby Ebersol is 3rd. Brian Chris is 4th. Sean Duquette is 5th. Robin Wood is 6th. Bucko Branham is 7th. Richie Turner is 8th. 9th is Skip Liberty. Bigor has the front of that car in the second spot. Ben Huff still your leader. Richie Turner goes to the outside of Bucko Branham. That may cost him a spot as he tries to get back down in front of Skip Liberty. And now Toby Ebersol coming back to the inside of Bigor. Got a slower car that the leaders are working up on. That could make things interesting. seesaw battle for that second position continues. Bigor's been on the outside almost the whole race. Ben Huff's going to have to go somewhere. Hernandez dives down to the inside. Now Huff to the outside of Hernandez. Here comes Bigor back on the outside. Toby Ebersol and Jamie Bigor are still dead even. White flag about to fly. 3-car battle for the win. Here comes Ben Huff to the white flag. One of the best sportsman races that we've seen in some time. Ben Huff down the backstretch. Toby Ebersol, Jamie Bigor going after it. Bigor up on the outside. Huff on the inside. Bigor on the outside. Checkered flags are out. Who's going to win it? Drag race. It looked like Huff. It looked like Huff on the inside. One of the greatest races we've seen in the sportsman division in years. It looked like Ben Huff on the inside.
How about a nice round of applause for Toby Ebersol, who brings the Bud Light number 82 home in that number 3 spot. And Jamie Bigor, who brings the Bigor Supply number 19 home in second. What a great race these 3 drivers put on here.
Tremendous racing up front. 3-car battle. And the winner is Ben Huff. How about a nice round of applause for Ben? We'll get a word with Ben Huff. He's getting well-deserved congratulations.
Come on around, Ben. Come on around, buddy.
All right. Here's Ben Huff. Zip that up for me for a second. Well, that was a great race. You kept the car down on the inside. I know this is a new car. You guys have really worked on it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but is this not your first sportsman win?
First sportsman win.
First sportsman win for Ben Huff. And tell us about the race. The car was hooked on the inside. You were able to get to the front right off the bat, and you just kept it down there. If somebody was going to beat you, they had to do it on the outside.
Yeah, I see Jamie behind me, and I kept saying, well, we don't need any more cautions. And sure enough, we held it out.
Well, this has to make you feel very proud, Ben. Talk about your team, people that are working, trying to get you here. You've been working at this for some time. It's got to feel gratifying.
Yes, the sponsor's been doing a real nice job. All the crew, you know, Lamberton Racing, they've been helping us a lot. My crew, parents, sponsors, fans, we appreciate it.
Congratulations, Ben. Well deserved.
Thank you.
That's Ben Huff, everybody. How about a nice round of applause?
Hit the ramp, get it up on 2 wheels, and take this truck all the way around the half mile. All right, he's up. Looks pretty good down the front stretch. Hanging on to it, Rick. He's got some pretty good momentum going up towards turn number 4.
All right, he's going strong into turn 4. This will be the key now as he takes it in through turn 4 and heads his way into turn 3. Actually, when Chris did it last week, he was going the proper way, so this is even more difficult balance-wise as Tony's doing this from the driver's side in the air.
And he's made his way through turn number 3. Now coming down the backstretch. When he gets over towards turn number 1, want the folks over in that turn number 1 grandstand to cheer him on down the front stretch. Give him a nice round of applause when he gets over there into turn number 1. He's made it down the backstretch, Rick. He's getting into the second turn now.
Still going strong into turn 2. Again, one more corner to negotiate. And he's going to successfully complete this airborne half mile, going the wrong way around on 2 wheels in the truck.
All right, he's up there in turn number 1. Give him a nice cheer. Send him down the front stretch. He's coming this way down the front stretch. Give him a nice round of applause as he gets here on the front stretch. Still coming now down towards the ramp. Look out, look out. Lori's right down there as well. Watch out for Lori on the front stretch. Sets it down on the front stretch right next to Lori. Successfully going around the half mile. Tony Peterson, everybody. Modified for Ryan McGlenn. Shotgun on the field. The Ambrisi Painting 21 for Spencer Rushlaw. Here come the modifieds. Green flag. Introne and KA, they touched into 1. Winner of 3 wide down the backstretch. The double nickel goes from 3rd to 1st. Flying on the outside is Dupree. Dupree picked up 2 spots in the 24 on the outside. Mad Woodruff opening it up right away. Second is Chris Kaye. Third, Jim Introne. Fourth, Aaron Barnaby. Dupree had to back out of it, working on the rim. Dupree taking it way up high in the 24. Making it work around Andy Kane. George Foley looking to the inside of Barnaby in the B3. Drifted up the track, a little contact. Foley gets through. Heavy traffic for some of the big hitters. Mike Bruno had a tap on the back from Mark Lamberton. Bruno was able to continue. Martin Roy gets a spot on the inside. Bruno working on the outside in the Crickets 22. Patrick Dupree inside George Foley. Dupree drives past Jim Introne. Now Foley to the inside of Introne. He'll take fourth. Jim Introne, a top turn number 2. Trying to keep it fired down the backstretch, going all the way to the back. Mike Bruno, Martin Roy with some good hard racing for position number 7. Matt Woodruff is the leader. Chris Kaye is second. Patrick Dupree is third. 4, George Foley. 5th, Aaron Barnaby. 6th is Jason Durgan. 7th is Mike Bruno. 8th is Martin Roy. 9th is Mark Lamberton. Andy Kane runs 10th. Patrick Dupree trying to run down the leaders. Closing in on Chris Kaye. Woodruff leading by 10 car lengths. Kaye still running second. Dupree third. Dupree, good drive off 2. Powers to the inside of Kaye. Kaye closes the door into 3. Matt Woodruff lead shrinking. Kaye trying to run him down. Patrick Dupree sideways off turn number 2. Kaye drives away. Foley running 4th. Barnaby is 5th. 6th is Mike Bruno. 7th is Martin Roy. 8th is Jason Durgan. 9th, Mark Lamberton. Andy Kane still 10th. Woodruff around Ryan McClen. Chris Kaye around McClen. Kaye closing in on Woodruff. Jim Introne limping back towards the garage with the number 9. Again, Dupree closing up on Kaye. Kaye drifts up the track into 4. Running room for Dupree on the inside. Patrick Dupree, slower modified in front. See if Kaye can pin him on the inside. He can't. Dupree powers past. Moves to the outside of Rushlaw. Patrick Dupree is now second. Chris Kaye is back to third. George Foley is running 4th. We're halfway. Kaye around Spencer Rushlaw. George Foley there. Foley moving around Rushlaw, running in the 4th position. Just past the halfway point. Matt Woodruff the leader. Patrick Dupree running second. Chris Kaye is third. George Foley is 4th. 5th is Aaron Barnaby. 6th is Mike Bruno. 7th is Martin Roy. 8th is Jason Durgan. 9th is Mark Lamberton. 10th, Andy Kane. 11th, Leon Gagnon. Greg Atkins is 12th. 13th is Mike Rio. 14th is Craig Rio. 14 cars on the lead lap. Can Matt Woodruff hold off Patrick Dupree? Woodruff leading the way. The field is pretty strung out. Mike Bruno moving to the inside of Aaron Barnaby. slower car down on the inside. Bruno appears to be picked behind that slower car. Barnaby had contact with a 21. That slowed him down. Bruno gets a spot. Now Martin Roy trying to move past as well. Racing for a top 5 spot. Barnaby finally gets by the Rush Law 21. That was not an easy time for Aaron Barnaby. Chris K.A. still running third. George Foley closing in on his back bumper. Woodruff running up on Craig Rio. Rio was 14th. Last modified on the lead lap. Woodruff trying to get around Rio. Patrick Dupree has closed right up in turn number 2. The pistol, Patrick Dupree, right behind Woodruff, the leader, with 22 complete, now 23 complete. Matt Woodruff leading by 3 car lengths. The pistol, Patrick Dupree, losing ground after getting around Craig Rio. Now 13 modifieds on the lead lap. Blistering pace from Woodruff. Here comes George Foley to the outside of K.A. K.A. hanging on to third. 5 laps to go this time for the double nickel. Matt Woodruff in that liquor and wine warehouse modified. 5 to go. Slower car in front of Woodruff. Goes to the outside of Ryan McClellan. Dupree got on the binders as Woodruff had to with McClellan going to the infield. Foley gets around K.A. for the 3rd spot. Mike Bruno trying to catch K.A. as well. Patrick Dupree, good run off 2, taking to the high side. Challenge for the lead into 3. Woodruff in the 55. Dupree to the outside for the lead. Laps are winding down. Matt Woodruff, Dupree again, good run off 2. Here comes Dupree to the outside. Patrick Dupree pulls up there into turn 3. 2 laps to go for Matt Woodruff. 2 to go. Woodruff getting a good run off 2. Drives around Mike Riel in that 0-2. Dupree got loose in the 2. Mark Lamberton off the pace. Here come the leaders. White flag. Matt Woodruff in the double nickel. Looking to take home the checkered flag. Final time into turn number 3. Here he comes into turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Winner is Matt Woodruff. Patrick Dupree 2nd. 3rd, it's going to be George Foley. 4th, Mike Bruno. Chris K.A. 5th. Aaron Barnaby 6th. Martin Roy 7th. Jason Durgan 8th. Leon Gagnon 9th. Coming home for 10th is Andy Kane. Greg Atkins 11th. As Matt Woodruff.
Great battle up front between Woodruff. 55 is Matt Woodruff. Let's go downstairs to Rob.
All right, Rick, thank you very much. Matt Woodruff in the double nickel gets the win. Gets congratulations from George Foley, who brings it home 3rd. Patrick Dupree 2nd. Matt getting his helmet off. We'll get him over here and talk to him. All right, come on over, Matt Woodruff.
Thanks.
All right, last week, Rick, Jason Durgan picked up his first career win. This Sunday, Matt Woodruff picks up his first career win in the Ernie's Discount Tools Modified Division. You've been working at this for some time. It's got to be really enjoyable and gratifying. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we have been at it for about 4 years, so this is really nice.
Well, you were able to get to the front, but Patrick Dupree was coming after you. You had to feel some heat.
I was watching the board. I knew he was there. I saw him outside a few times, but I was going to make him earn it if he did it.
Talk about working through the lap traffic. That was really key as the laps were winding down. There were only 12 modifieds in the end on the lead lap. Talk about how careful you had to be around some of those cars.
I had to be careful. Last year I lost one getting outside a little too soon, and George took it, but this time I was sure to keep that hole closed.
I know you're going to enjoy this one, aren't you?
Oh, yes, I am.
Congratulations. Good work. You really deserve it.
Thank you.
Matt Woodruff, everybody. First career win in the Ernie's Discount Tools Modified Division. Good for him.
The 40 of Kenny St. Germain, 72 of Mike Parenta, the 36 Terry Bishaw, 61 of Shane Bombard, 69 of Billy Twait, shotgun under green. Good battle up front. Jason Chris grabs the lead up the backstretch as they are 4 wide into turn 3. Look out, Collins 0-2 sideways, 12 goes around. Everybody holds on. Now that little mishap as they went 4 wide has opened up the door. Jason Chris has left this field. He's got 6 car lengths. Collins around in the 0-2. Look out, everybody gets by. The 07 now around. Donor goes around in the 95. We've got a mess in turn 4. Caution is out. Major front end damage on Rick Donor's 95. Family makes up row number 3. Bobby inside, CJ on the outside. Here they come. Green is out. And there goes the 07 this time, and he is up and over. Woodruff flips the 07 in turn 2. Jason Chris, your leader in the 33. They'll try it one more time with Matt Brusso right alongside. Back to the green. Here comes the swoop up the backstretch once again. 4 wide into turn 3. They this time back it off to 3 wide, and everybody makes it through. Chris leads it in the 33. Brusso is second. The battle for that number 2 spot. 5-car battle for second. Here comes Martineau in the deep inside. He's moved up to that number 5 spot. McCormick drifts high. Look out, he's up headed into the wall. Jeff McCormick in the 17 went high off turn 4. Remain if we don't hit the time limit. Chris on the inside, Brusso on the outside, back to the green, take 4. Good jump for Jason Chris in the 33. Here comes that inside line, moving up quickly. Martineau's got second. Bobby Lavaire's got third. Butch Lemire's moving up in the 57. He's going to take 4th. Chris drifts a little bit high, opening up that inside line for Chico Martineau, zooming by. Martineau's got the lead on the inside in the 49. Look out, he gets tapped by Lavaire. That's not usually a good thing when you tap Chico to get by. But Bobby Lavaire's got the lead, looking to make it back to back. Here comes Butch Lemire in the 57, looking for a way through. Chico back into that number 3 spot. Seven down, 8 remain, and the door opens up inside, and Lemire goes right on through. Butch Lemire off turn 4. He is your new leader. And now we'll see if the 5 of LeVere can stay with him. Lemire starts to pull away. LeVere closes the gap in the corner. But Lemire's got a little more power down the front stretch. Bobby LeVere runs second. The battle for that third spot is between Chris LeVere in the 4 and Tom Santillo in the 88. Chico is back to 5th. Jason Chris is 6th. Justin Donor runs 7th. 8th goes to the 86 of Dave Demore. Kenny St. Germain is 9th, and Matt Brusso is back to 10th. 5 laps remain for Butch Lemire, and he is opening up on Bobby LeVere. LeVere has opened up on his brother CJ in that 3rd spot. That's the battle right now for that number 3 spot. LeVere in the 4 and Santillo in the 88. Santillo, you're literally pushing LeVere down the front stretch. Butch Lemire looking for another win here in the Napa Warriors. Maintaining that big advantage over the Bobby LeVere, number 5. CJ LeVere is now opened up a couple car lengths on Santillo. And there's 2 more lengths back to the 49 of Martineau. Good battle developing for that number 6 spot. Between the 33 of Chris, the 1 of Donor, the 86 of Demore. That's the battle of the Speedway for the number 6 spot. Look out, Martineau's in trouble in the 49. He went high off turn 2, and he's going to drop back. Jason Chris moving through on the inside, as does Justin Donor, as does Dave Demore. White flag. Oh, look out, there goes the 49. He clips the 40, and he flips multi-times down the front stretch. Kenny St. Germain goes over. Martineau got tapped from behind by the 1, I believe, of Justin Donor. That sent him sideways into the 40 of Kenny St. Germain. And we're going to take a look at that one on replay.
All right, he's out of his car. One of the wildest flips on the front stretch.
Come on over this way, because sometimes that tower interferes with our signal. Anyways, you were in the best spot out front. A lot of the chaos was happening behind you. I think the car is really hooked up. Obviously, it's the fastest car in the field. You started 12th, and you were up at the front pretty quickly. Talk about the car and how well it's going for you.
Car's handling real good. I got a good crew, and Richie, Bud, Jason, Jeremy, all the guys that helped me out. I'd like to thank Atkinson's Scrap Metal for sponsoring me, Don La Tulip, Small Engines, and that's about it.
At the same time, Butch, there were some incidents that you did have to miss. Rick Donor got taken out, well, I won't say taken out. There was just a bunch of bumping and banging going on coming off the 4th turn, one of those racing mishaps that happens, and you were able to miss all those. Talk about the chaos of this race.
Well, I may have missed it, but I got it on the camera.
That's right. You had a camera in there as well. Congratulations. The car's going great for you.
All right, thanks.
Butch Lemire wins it, Rick. The cleanup continues.
Don Brissett, 58. John Bell, 66. Bob Dragoon, 36. Mark Caron, 5. Travis Stokes, 63. Green flag. They tiptoe through number 1, down the backstretch, dead even for the lead. 3 wide racing for 3rd, 3 wide for 6th. Side by side racing throughout the field. Here they come off 4 down to the stripe. Keith Pelkey has the lead. Side by side racing throughout the field. These guys are good. 3 wide for the lead. Mike Chris in about 8 wants to go to the point. Chris dives down to the inside. Brian Rogers drifts up the track. Here comes the butt 8 from Mike Chris. We got a spin. Dave Raptoy. Dave Raptoy spins the 21. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. That sun's got to be a real devil for the drivers as well as they race off turn 4. Green flag. Three wide in the middle of the pack. Little bumper tag being played. Mike Terry racing through on the inside. Lance Raptoy trying to thread the needle, get spots. Nick Haywood trying to move up, threading the needle as well, now down on the inside. Nick Haywood's got a flat tire. Left front tire down on the 29. There goes the fourth place point man. Back to the pits, they'll try to change the left front. Racing off turn number 4, Mike Chris in the butt 8. Six-car length advantage for Mike Chris. Keith Pelkey is running second. Running third is Kenny Davies. Randy Ledoux is up to that fourth spot. Brian Rogers running fifth. They box it up into turn number 1. Everybody straightens her out. Lance Raptoy seems to be off the pace in the number 11. He's running on the rim and going backwards, losing spots. Raptoy off the pace. And he is the point leader. Out front, Mike Chris lengthening the lead. Randy Ledoux trying to move to the outside of Kenny Davies for third. Mike Chris continues to lengthen the lead. Keith Pelkey holding down second. On the outside, Randy Ledoux in the 47. Here comes Mike Chris off the fourth turn. Some sprinkles in the air. And Mike Chris is thinking about trying to get to that halfway point. Mike Chris leading side by side for second. Randy Ledoux is coming after him. Mike Chris by 10 car lengths. Randy Ledoux is charging though. Ledoux in the 47 is moving towards the front, coming after him. Randy Ledoux has cut the lead to about 5 car lengths. He's running them down out front. Halfway this time by for Mike Chris, halfway. Mike Chris by 4 car lengths now. Randy Ledoux closing in turn 3. 2 car lengths to turn 4. Randy Ledoux is right on the back bumper of Mike Chris. Keith Pelkey is still third. Fourth is Kenny Davies. Fifth, Mike Terry. But we got a pass for a lead out front. Randy Ledoux moving to the inside of Mike Chris. And we got a yellow. Yellow flag is out. And that yellow also brings some other fast cars closer to the front. Mike Chris picking up the hammer into turn number 4. Front stretch. Green flag. That outside line a little slick. John Bell's going around. There goes Bell in the 66. Bob Dragoon just missed him. There goes the deuce of Rick Hart. He's sliding down towards the infield. We stay under green. Mike Chris, the leader. And with Rick Hart parked on the backstretch, we got another yellow. Yellow flag.